Happy Sunday, Stampers and Paper Crafters. This is Facebook Live number 472. It is Sunday, March 15th, 2026, and we're in a blizzard warning. My name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. I have a super cute card for you, and it's actually pretty easy. I have a hard time with simple, so this is about as simple as I can probably get. I'm going to put you down on the table in just a second. If you get motion sickness or anything like that, just look away, and I'll let you know when I'm done messing around with the camera. So hold on. So hopefully, if you are in Minnesota, you are staying safe. I would have to say, by the looks of my window, we have probably about 18 inches of snow, roughly. All right, I'm going to turn you down. And Sherry, hi. How you doing? Staying nice and warm? Glad to see you on a Sunday. Okay, I'm going to squish in. It's really weird. It's 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening, and it's light out. I know. And usually, there we go. We got a little bit of light on the subject. I'm going to squish in just a little bit more. There we go. And, okay. I think we're good. All right. So, welcome, Sherry. So, on Friday, I made chicken tortilla soup. Spotty snow, yeah. It doesn't look like it's snowing anymore. It looks like it's just, well, maybe it's just a little bit of snow, but it's really blowing it around. Some of the cars, I don't even know how they're going to get out of the driveway or the parking lot because the snow is up to their bumpers. And those are cars, not SUVs. Okay, so, but anyways, I made chicken tortilla soup, and I invited a girlfriend over because she has not seen the apartment, and we've been here 2 years. So I invited her over for lunch on Saturday. So we had chicken tortilla soup, and I made strawberry cookies. I was testing out a new recipe, and they turned out pretty good. So we have this catalog, and this is the annual catalog. And so what's going to happen is Stampin' Up! Is going to take away the annual catalog. And right now, this is the spring mini catalog. And Stampin' Up! Is going to take away the mini catalogs, the spring and the holiday. And what they're going to do is combine them. And so we're going to have 3 catalogs a year. Okay? And so that is a trimester of catalogs, if you will. And what they're going to do is they're going to, each catalog out of the year is going to hold the core products and like all the so like all the cardstock colors, the new ink colors, the punches and the dies and all the things. Now, I haven't seen the new catalog because I did not go to convention, and it just ended yesterday. So you'll be seeing a lot of new things online. Hi, Carolyn. Welcome, my friend. And so what Stampin' Up! Is going to have is one catalog and then the online exclusives. So you're going to either find it in one place or the other, rather than having 3 different places to find things and knowing that, you know, the holiday catalog is coming out and then ignore the annual catalog. And so they're kind of mixing it, they're combining these 2 together. So we'll have 3 separate catalogs. And so if you have placed an order with me since January 2025 up until the end of March, you will receive a new catalog from me through Stampin' Up. But if you haven't placed an order with me, go ahead and do it so then I can get your name. And you have to opt in. Stampin' Up had to change some things and for security reasons. And if you do not hit that little box that says, yes, I'd like to be contacted by the demonstrator, you won't get that catalog from me. So you need to make sure that you are checking that option. Right now, because it's March, we have the Notes of Spring. And this is the product of the month. And what that means is that once your order hits the threshold, a little notation is going to come up on your screen that says, congrats, you have an option to purchase this particular product of the month for only $5. Do you want to do it? And they are while supplies lasts, and they can run out before the month is out. So far, we have not had that problem, and several things have carried over. You can only purchase one of the product of the month, no matter what month it is. So if you purchase, say, the December Shades of Blue Designer Series paper, you cannot purchase it again, even though it's still available. Okay? And I think it's really cool that we have a two-step stamp. And so that means you can stamp the image and then also not have to worry, hi, Tina, welcome, and not have to worry about coloring. You can actually use the stamp and shade, and have it. This is distinctive, so you can kind of see that, like this ear is darker than kind of the neck. So there's different shadings built in. So those are called distinctive. And so you can have a distinctive bunny, a distinctive goose, or a duck, depends on how you color it. And the pretty flower, flower display? I don't know what you would want to call that. And then the weeds, obviously you can color the weeds in whatever color you want. Okay, so that is available. And then I just kind of want to show you this. I do not have this one, but this is called Garden Poetry Suite. It is from the March online exclusives. And this has such bright and beautiful colors. It makes this winter want to go away, especially with all the flippin' snow. And then we also have the cute homemade sweetness suite. Cute little bear filled with honey. How adorable is that? And then there is the ladybug party embossing folder, and I know it's out of stock right now, but it is coming back. And so this one right here, that's a die that actually cuts the designer series, it could cut designer series paper, or it cuts cardstock into the shape of a jar. Isn't that fun? And one more thing, I showed you this standing clipboard trio, and this is actually a new kit. Now when you purchase this is all you get, okay? And it already is put together. So what are you supposed to do with this? You are supposed to use it as a home decor piece. So let me show you. This is one thing that's called Every Little Thing Kit. Now, there was a demonstrator that was very unhappy with the fact that she bought this thinking this was cards. And I pointed out to her that it is a home decor piece. And she was wondering why she wasn't getting envelopes. So she did not read the description. I suggest that you read the descriptions. Okay, so it's a coordinating product. You put it together, it's a kit, and it's sold separately. But then the greetings, it says, enjoy the little things, you are loved, what if all goes right? And so you can put these on the home decor pieces and have them displayed on those clipboards. Then the other one, I think this one's pretty cool. This one's called Radiant Reminders Kit. Now, this one is, let's see, featuring Monstera leaves, Luna moths, and neutral patterns in beige, black, brown, green, and gold. And these homemade decor pieces let your creativity shine while adding natural, organic style to any room. So think about somebody who just got a new job and they're going to have an office. I mean, how fun would this? You purchase this and then you purchase this and then you put it together and then you decorate the clipboards. Same thing. Maybe somebody's getting, somebody's going to a new school and so they're going to be in a dorm room. Fun to have that sitting around, have them, put it together and then decorate. So it's made to decorate your place of business, your place, your home office, your home. It's for fun. It's not card decorating. So I wanted to point that out. And so that is what we have. Now, I want to give you guys a chance to register for the virtual Stampin' event, which is March 28th. And so what happens is we send 8 packets in the mail. Heidi designs 4 and I design 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a packet like this in the mail. And this one says number 8. And so what that means is that when we play video number 8, you take out this packet. And then we'll play the video. Now, if you guys need to pause that video, if you need to say, hey, slow down a little bit, we can pause that or rewind it. So then that way, we play these videos. So then that way, if we make a boo-boo, Heidi and I, while filming, we can edit it. I would just start over again because I don't know how to edit things like that. But, and also, if you're not available on the 28th, we send you those videos after the event. So then that way you're able to put together the cards that you weren't able to make on Saturday, or if you are not even at home all day Saturday, you can put together the kits at your leisure. Now, another thing you could do is watch the videos and then say, well, hello, Kathleen, welcome from Idaho. I hope you're having better weather than we are. So welcome in. So on this virtual event, you have time to register. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. Now, this card packet is a fun fold. I'm going to show you. This is what I call a flyby. So you're not going to see the whole fun fold, but you're just going to see the card. And there you go. That's a flyby of what the card's going to look like. So you have time to sign up at thevirtualstampinevent.com and get those card packets mailed to you in time. All right, so that is one. Now I am going to have you put the date for the in-person Stampin' event, which is Saturday, July 18th. So far, this is the date. If it changes, I'll let you know, but this is the date that the church said that it was happy with. Okay, so just put that on your calendar, save the date, and if any vacations come up on that weekend, you say, no, I got a stamp. Oh, there's this guy, he's walking in about... The snow looks like it's up to his knees in between the two cars. I feel so bad. All right, guys, let's put together, let's show you what we're going to be playing with. Now, we're going to be working with a couple things. I have the Florals in Bloom Designer Series paper, and we're going to pair that with something that is in the spring mini catalog. So this is from the annual catalog. And there are quite a few colors that coordinate with this particular designer series paper. So that's what we're playing with. And then we're going to play with the Sunshine and Tulips bundle. Now, a bundle is when you purchase a stamp set and the dies together and you save 10%. Now, these are on page 50 in the spring mini catalog. And so this is what the dies can do, but you can go a little bit above and beyond that. So we're going to play with quite a few of the stamps, and we're going to use this die right here. And just to let you know, these colors that you see, this is Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, let's see, Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, and Petunia Pop. These colors are going to be on the retiring list. And so stock up now, because I have been warning everybody since January to get your designer series paper, anything with the designer series paper, the Stampin' blends, the re-inkers, the ink pads, and the cardstock. If you have anything, say you have all the stamp pads, get the re-inkers. And maybe a couple of them, just because that way they will not run out by the time you need them. So we're going to play with that. And then also, we're going to be playing with the shades of green hexagons. And these are from the annual catalog on page 124. So like I said, we're putting a bunch of things together and we're going to make a super cute card. At least I think so. All right, so I'm going to give you the card stock dimensions. And we have a piece of basic white, and it is 1 3/4 by 2 1/2. We have a piece of basic white from 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. A piece of designer series paper. Look at all the beautiful color in there. And that is 4 by 3. A piece of Summer Splash. It is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And this is Lost Lagoon. This is going to be our card base. Well, hey, Bert, coming to steal my chair. And this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And I scored it at 4 1/4. Okay, so like I said, this one is actually a simple card. And I have a hard time doing simple, but I like to do it every so often, just so that when I show you the other cards, so this was my Facebook Live. This was number 471. And so this is what this card looks like. So I want to show you that, you know, card making can be simple and it can be creative. Okay, so then let's get that going. Okay, so I'm just going to take a drink here. I can't believe how windy it is. I'm looking very forward to going to work tomorrow. Not. All right. Okay. So the reason why I like to leave this sit is because if you decide that you wanted to come back and watch the replay, I record this on my Joy Bore Wedge page, okay? And then I take a picture of today's product and I put it on my Instagram page, Stampin' for Joy. And then I download the video on YouTube, my Joy A. Borwich page, and my Stampin' for Joy Facebook page. Carolyn says, thank you. I received a tulip card this week. Loved it. So happy. love me happy mail. Now, one of the things that happens is I take names, okay? And I send the card that I make during the presentation. And how you can win that card, I should say how you enter, is if you do a thumbs up or a heart, okay? That gets your name entered into the drawing. If you leave a comment, that gets your name entered into the drawing. And then if you share this video on your timeline, you get 2 entries. So then I go back in. Now, you know that Facebook deletes videos after 30 days. So I go in before the 30 days is up and I pick the winners. And then I send out the card. Now, if you happen to be a first-time person and you end up winning a card, I will say, hey, thank you very much for watching Facebook Live number, and today would be 472. And then I would say, you won the card from that presentation. Please send me your address and I'll mail it to you. And I don't spam you or anything, but if you watch other videos down the line, I do not send you a message saying, hey, you won a card. It just shows up in your mailbox. So I want to say thank you very much for everybody who follows me regularly and who places orders with me, who comes to these videos and we have conversations so I don't feel like I'm alone talking to my cat Bert sitting in my chair. All right, guys. So we're going to put this one off to the side for now. And this is going to get adhered to our Summer Splash. But let me get my silicone craft sheet out because I tend to be a little bit overzealous with my Stampin' Seal. And I do not wish to create a sticky. Dawn, hi. Yes. Dawn is one of my downline. And she gets a card now and then in the mail. You know what? We might as well just stick this to the front too. Yeah, so let's just stick that. Like I said, this card is very simple, very easy, but it's also duplicatable. How you doing, Dawn? All right. I was saying in the beginning that I made chicken tortilla soup for this, for my lunch for my friend that came over on Saturday because she's not been over here before. And I was like, perfect weekend to have, make soup. I mean, I'm not kidding you. This soup takes a long time to make because it's very, there's a lot of different moving parts. I'm going to take Flirty Flamingo and you know what? I'm going to hold up for a second because I'm actually going to grab, I was going to say, I want to die cut this first just so that I have everything in place where I want. And this is the only die cut piece that we're going to do it. So I'm going to grab the mini. All right. And mine looks a little used. It's very well loved because, I mean, look at my plates. They are both cracked. And I will not change them out until they don't work anymore. So the best way to do your small plates, okay, so the Stampin' Cut and Boss machine, we call this the Mini Boss. So you want to stagger your plates. Now this is number 1. And this is cutting plate number 2. So then I am going to take this and I'm going to put it at an angle. And we're going to put cutting plate number 2 on top. But I am going to make it so that it, whoops, I moved. I am going to take a piece of tape, and where did I stick it? I don't have any tape on this one. Okay, so let's put that on so that it doesn't move again. But I put anything that has a straight edge on it at an angle. And then, so we're going to go back and we're going to put the cutting plate so that it matches the bottom. So what it looks like is an E, a backwards E, okay? And that helps getting the plates through your Stampin' Cut Emboss machine so much better. Now you don't have to do that one with the large one, just the mini. Okay. Ooh, banana bread. I love it. Ooh, that sounds wonderful, Dawn. I made strawberry cookies with white chocolate chips, and I was trying to make the strawberries and cream cookies that I got at Walmart, and it was a copycat recipe. I'm going to be changing that recipe a little bit. It called for like a 1/3 cup of freeze-dried strawberries, and my husband said to me, Joy, this doesn't taste like strawberries very much. And I said, you're right. And I actually put in a little bit more because I just used up the 2-ounce bag between three bundles. So the next time I'm putting like a cup in. And so he goes, I like the taste much better. And I'm like going, ooh, okay then. Than the Walmart cookies. So now we're going to stamp. But the reason why I wanted to do this at the same time is because I'm going to actually stamp the Carolyn, that is good. There's nothing bad about not baking. All right, so we're going to do citrus bread. Cranberry orange citrus bread. That sounds wonderful. We should have a recipe share. All right, so this is Flirty Flamingo. And we're going to stamp our tulip. Now, you guys have seen me do this before. And, oh, whoa. Nope. I want to do my green first, which is Lemon Lime Twist. So what I did when I designed this card is I took this designer series paper and I said, what colors do I want to use out of it? And I went with Lemon Lime Twist because that's what the color said on this sheet. You know what? It was actually Granny Apple Green. I'm wrong. So I should be using Granny Apple Green. So good. We're going to grab Granny Apple Green because we have it. See, there was a reason why I was having issues with my original card. There we go. There. So we have Granny Apple Green now. And we're going to do the greens. And I find that with the tulip, for me, it's a lot easier to do the greens first. And then you know where to plant your tulip. And not really plant your tulip, you know what I mean? But we're going to set that down. And then we're going to do the tulip tap, tap, tap. And we're going to go right in the center, give or take, okay? And then we're going to close this up. But as I was saying, I was taking colors out of here. And so I went with, now, Lemon Lime Twist. It said Flirty Flamingo. Well, if I move Granny Apple Green, Petal Pink goes with that. But I guess I could use Flirty Flamingo because they're actually pretty close. So I'm still using Flirty Flamingo. Okay. And So we're going to take our main flower and we're going to stamp it right. I'm going to try to do it putting my head through the camera or over the camera. And this is full strength. Okay. And then we're going to take this one. This is the center. And we're going to stamp off. And cover that up. And see how it looks like we have two different colors, but we're actually using just one ink pad. Ooh, I almost did not stamp off. But there are two pieces of cards, two sides to every cardstock, so that's perfect. All right, so we're done with Flirty Flamingo. And then we are going to go with Summer Splash, because that is the color that is in the Designer Series paper. Now, Dawn, you're right. The cookies were fantastic. I made 3 batches. I started at 7 o'clock, about 7:15 in the morning, and I made 3 batches, and I tried to figure out the count, but I kind of... I'm going to maybe use these as my cookie on my cookie list. And so I want to make it more strawberry-y. And so that says hello, and this is in Summer Splash, and this color is Retiring. And you need to get the cardstock, any Designer Series paper, the blends that coordinate with this. And this is just going to go right at the base. Thinking of you. Okay, so then now we are actually done stamping. And, well, no, we're not. Nope, I forgot. We need to bring in the Lost Lagoon, and we're going to do the little stamps, the little tulips at the base inside the card. Okay, I should just put this over here. And then all right, and then one last one. I'm trying to line it up before I set it down. Otherwise, it falls one last move and then I'll make it crooked. Okay, my camera just left. And now we're back. So hopefully that wasn't for very long. Okay, so we're going to take this piece and we're going to remove the Stampin' Pearson mat, and we're going to get back the silicone mat, and we're going to attach the inside of the card above the tulips and try to make it equidistant. And I think it's straight. Okay. And then we're going to put dimensionals on the back side of this. And we're going to get out the Take Your Pick tool and my people poker. I call this the end, the people poker. And we're going to grab, I don't have fingernails. I would try to grow them. They don't last. They break off and make me grumpy. All right, so I'm just going to stab and grab them. No. Stab and grab the backing. There we go. Good people poker. And I'm going to put this, whoops, right over here. Like that. Okay. So then now we're going to take linen thread and we're going to make a bow. And I always put a notch. Now, if you're notch, put another one in. So you could go north, south, east, and west, and then always have a spot. Now, if your linen thread is like mine, just go between your non-existent fingernails and just run it against it and look at how nice and straight it is. And not, you did not know how to attach here. I do not understand. Okay, so I'm going to take, this and wrap it around, and oops, it didn't make it. So I'm going to take make another notch and put in my linen thread piece, because it's not going to unwind and irritate the crap out of me by doing that. So it goes back in there and stays nice and straight. Okay, so then we're going to take this and we're going to make a double bow. Oh, I got too much. Oh well. You could do a big double bow. No. Go within the confines of your space. All right. Ooh, I think that's going to look good. Perfect. And then I'm going to grab a mini glue dot and get one. I'm going to take my bow and my knot and I'm going to squish it on there, and then squish the mini glue dot together so that you only see, you don't see that. And then I will cut a little bit off. There we go. So we have a double bow. Okay, then next we are going to take the shades of green hexagons and we're going to put that okay, so I'm going to take, I had on my original card, I would say this would be Lost Lagoon. And I have Lost Lagoon on my original card, or we could put the Granny Apple Green. What color do you guys want me to put on this card? So, Lost Lagoon or Granny Apple Green. And I will let you guys vote. Seeing as how there's 3 of you here, we will let you, and I know there's a lag in time, so I'll let you guys type that in. Lost Lagoon or Granny Apple Green. What do you wish the hexagons to be? Somebody's going to win this card, so Lost Lagoon, okay. There's one. Any other? Lost Lagoon or Granny Apple? What do you think? So far, Dawn says Lost Lagoon. Okay, we got a winner. Lost Lagoon. Okay, so we're gonna take. Oops, I guess we're not gonna use the putty. We're gonna use. Oh, you all 3. Okay, we got a concise winner. All right, so that one just spewed all over the place. And we got Lost Lagoon. Okay, and then we're going to do a little guy. We're going to do that right here. I kind of want to do it a little bit lower than the greeting. I kind of want to use it kind of next to this piece right here. And then we're going to do this one. We're going to do another little guy. And we're going to put that, oh, come on, let's go. Kind of where the point meets the point of the tulip. And then push that right there. Okay. And then we're going to put on, you know it, the Winkostella, because that goes on every card. Okay. And we're going to do the tulip. And then we're going to do the center of the tulip. And then we're going to bring in, oh, but might as well do the inside tulip as well, because we're doing the same color scheme. Now, if you do not have Winkostella, I don't know how we can't be friends. You need to get it. All right. All right, so we're going to clean that off. And then we're going to do our green. Okay, and then we'll do our green on the front tulip. Okay, there we go. We're going to clean that. Yes, everybody needs a Winky. Yep. Okay, so here we go. So in order to get entered, oh, I see the thumbs up and the hearts. You guys make me just blush. All right, so if you want to get a chance to get entered into the drawing, do a thumbs up or heart, then leave a comment. And if you share this on your timeline, there might be a stamper that has not touched their products in a while. Seeing this video might remind them how fun it is to paper craft, and then how fun it is to actually receive a card in the mail that, you know, somebody made, because they took the time, thought of you, made a card, and then sent it out to you. So I want to say thank you very much for hanging out with me on a Sunday evening in a blizzard. And I think I'll be back on Thursday. I do Facebook Lives on Sundays after 5. And on Thursdays, I try after 5. Ooh, yay, the snow remover people are here. So thank you very much. I hope you guys have a great week, and happy stamping.